welcome to the 2026 Granting Futures event. I'm Anaya, Executive Director of the Rochelle Area Community Foundation, and I am truly grateful you've chosen to spend your evening with us tonight. Tonight is more than a celebration, it's a powerful reminder of what happens when community comes together with a purpose. It's about generosity and action, and the real lasting impact it creates right here at home. Each year, this is one of our most meaningful moments when we have the privilege of investing back into the organizations and the initiatives that are making a difference across our community. Since our foundation was founded in 2005, RACF has now invested more than $1.5 million back into the community, supporting nonprofits, strengthening partnerships, and helping meet the evolving needs of the Rochelle area. That's a testament to all of you, so thank you. The impact began with a vision. Our founder, Leonard Carmichael, established RACF with both heart and foresight. His belief in the power of local giving continues to grow with us today, and his legacy lives on through every grant awarded. I'd also like to recognize our past executive directors. Ann Rice, who is here with us today, she is our very first executive director. Also, Kim Montgomery, who could not be here tonight, but their leadership helped shape the strong foundation we continue to build upon. And so, just one more time, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. We are grateful to be gathered here in this beautiful space. Thank you to the Lincoln Arts Center, home of VCCT, for hosting us this evening, and a special thank you to Kim for doing all of our lights and sounds tonight. A very special thank you to Flight Deck Bar and Grill, and a big thank you to Ashley Bick and her team for the incredible food, hospitality, decorations. Your continued partnership is something we deeply value. A special thank you to Giovanna from Raven Photography for generously donating a portion of her time this evening for her services. We look forward to sharing tonight's moments with you through her photography. Thank you, Giovanna. I'd also like to take a minute to thank the City of Rochelle. You continue to be an essential partner in the work that we do. We also are thankful for the strong support of the Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to recognize all the city workers and Tricia Herrera for her partnership and leadership. Thank you. At this time, if we have any city officials here or any government representatives, could you please stand up so we can recognize you, and thank you for your leadership and commitment to the community. I know we have some. Nobody wants to stand? I have. Where's Blake? There he is! Where is Rochelle? I saw the police and fire beeline out of there. Looking back in, don't worry, we have money for them too. Oh wait, I see you guys back there. There you are. Okay. I can kind of see back there. Thanks. And now I'd like to recognize those individuals who help guide the organization forward. If I can turn the page. I would invite our current board members to please stand as I call your name. Yasmin Nabo, our board president. Kathleen Isley, our vice president. Deb Howard, our treasurer. Tony Doyle, our secretary. Ashley Jackson, Kwame Gotti, Trina Thompson, Doug Jarvis, Kim Ewald, Jake Elbers, Kathy Yoakum, Maggie Kraft, and Blake Tolliver. Thank you all for having us. I appreciate your leadership, your time, and your belief in the mission. And if we have any of our past board members with us this evening, I ask that you stand and be recognized as well. I know there's some up here too, so I'm going to call them out. Yes. Your dedication and commitment helps lay the foundation for the success and impact that we were able to achieve today, and we are truly grateful. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize a truly special group of people, our donor advisors. These are individuals and families who have made a deeply meaningful commitment to this community by establishing an endowment fund with RACF. This kind of giving goes beyond a moment. It's a legacy. It's a decision to invest not in just today, but in the future of Rochelle and for generations to come. What makes it so powerful is that each of you has chosen to turn your values into action. You've chosen to support causes that matter, to lift up others, and to ensure the community continues to grow, thrive, and care for one another long after today. Quite simply, this work would not be possible without any of you. So if you are a donor advisor, I'd like you to stand so we can recognize you with our deepest gratitude for your incredible generosity and lasting impact. Thank you. Your leadership is giving and inspiring, and your legacy is already making a difference. And you'll hear more from several of our donor advisors throughout the evening as they're here to help present grants to the organization as they passionately care for them and want to give to them. To our donors, this night exists because of you. Your generosity fuels every grant, every opportunity, and every moment of impact we are able to create in this community. Lastly, I'd like to take a moment to recognize someone who plays an essential role behind the scenes in making this possible. My incredible assistant, Abby Dahl. Where is she at?
She's right here.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Abby. Woo-hoo! Abby brings a level of initiative and ownership to her work that is truly remarkable. She is someone I can trust completely, whether it is managing details, anticipating needs, or ensuring everything runs smoothly. Her creativity shines through in her design work, helping us present our mission in any way that is both meaningful and engaging. And her strong sense of organization and time management keeps us moving forward, even during our busiest seasons. Abby, your dedication and professionalism do not go unnoticed. We are truly grateful to have you as a part of the RACF team, and thank you for everything that you do. Thank you. Now it is my honor to introduce our board president, Yasmin Nambo. Yasmin serves as the director of Stepping Stones and brings both passion and perspective to her leadership. She is deeply committed to this community and the mission of RACF, and we are excited for the vision and energy she brings to this role. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Yasmin Nambo.
Good evening, everyone. It is an honor for me to serve as the board president of the Rochelle Area Community Foundation. What really makes this role meaningful to me is not just the work that we do, but the people we serve. As a teacher in the community, I have the privilege of seeing firsthand the needs and the potential of the impact and support and opportunity one can have with the individuals and families every single day. Being fluent in both English and Spanish has allowed me to connect with a broader part of our community, and those connections have only deepened my passion for this work. I truly believe that when we listen, when we build relationships, and when we come together with intention, we can create lasting change. RACF is more than a grant maker. It is a connector. It brings people, resources, and ideas together to make a real difference in the life of others. And I am proud to be a part of an organization that is rooted so deeply in the community. This year, our grant-making progress looked a little different, and I believe it was even more impactful. For the first time, all 13 members of the RACF board reviewed every single application, all 45 of them. In years past, a smaller committee would review the applications and make recommendations to the full board for approval. But this year we came together enlisting every board member with a shared responsibility and a shared purpose. And what's truly remarkable is that we were able to thoughtfully discuss, collaborate, and allocate funding to the organizations that we believed would have the greatest impact on our community. That speaks volumes about the dedication, alignment, and heart of this board. Together, we focused on supporting programs, projects, and services that directly reflect our mission and vision, investing in initiatives that will create meaningful, lasting impact right here in Rochelle and the surrounding areas. It was powerful, it was collaborative, and it was a reminder of what's possible when people come together with a common goal. To our donors, thank you. Your generosity makes this work possible. To our community partners, thank you for the work that you do every day. And to everyone in this room, you are part of the impact we are celebrating tonight. Now, it is my pleasure to welcome someone who continues to be a strong supporter to both RACF and our community, our Mayor, John Barrows.
This is really nice. You don't have to be nervous because you can't see anybody. Well, first of all, I want to thank Emily for inviting me to have a small part of it tonight. It's a great pleasure. I want to do something a little bit different, and when she said keep it short, anybody that knows me, there's nothing short about my speeches. The reason is, I want to explain it so you understand it. It's never hard to say good things about good people or a great community. Rochelle is a community that is very giving, and that's going to be obvious tonight. But as mayor, it's an honor to welcome everybody and speak to you tonight about the profound impact that the Rochelle Area Community Foundation has. This foundation stands as a pillar of support for nonprofit organizations throughout our area, strengthening the very fabric of this community which we're made of. Strengthening in every type of way. Through grants, partnerships, encouragement, foundation empowers local groups to serve those in need, improve lives, and build a brighter future for Rochelle and the surrounding area. None of this would be possible without the visionary leadership. And tonight, this is where I'm going to do something a little different. I hope I can see everybody. This is a little crowd participation. I'd like to get a show of hands of how many people knew Leonard Carmichael. Not know who he is, but interacted with him and knew who he was. Show of hands. Okay. For the rest of you, you have my condolences because you missed an amazing person whose gift of giving is what we're here for tonight that keeps on giving. First time I met Mr. Carmichael was in 2001. And he said, you know, came to see me, I just opened up a new office. Came to see me and he said, you know, you really need to be a founding member of the foundation. I had no idea what a foundation was, but now I know that Mr. Carmichael wanted a check that day. And he got it, because when Mr. Carmichael says it's the right thing to do, you listen to it. And I feel very blessed to have been able to know him. He left a big impact on me in a lot of ways. His generosity and dedication to this community has left a legacy that will forever inspire us all. His work continues to touch lives every day, and for that we are deeply grateful. On behalf of the entire community, I'd also like to thank the Carmichael family for sharing Mr. Carmichael with the entire community. As I well know, it takes a lot of meetings, and you go talk to people, and when you're passionate about what you're doing, it takes a lot of time. And I want to thank his family for sharing him with us. His vision lives on with every act of kindness and every project that's made possible through the foundation. In closing, I want to thank Emily and staff for their dedication to the foundation, as well as the outstanding support of a board of directors that provides leadership. If I can only mention one thing that Mr. Carmichael told me that stuck in my mind, was about the first time I met him in 1982. And his son, Tom, who had passed away, did something amazing for me at that time. And I won't go into that story because that's really long. But he did something really amazing. When Mr. Carmichael came to see me in 2001 and picked up his check and made me join Rotary, I told him the story because Tom had since passed. Now, this is the type of person that Leonard Carmichael was. I told him the story of what had happened because I knew he didn't know what happened that day in Tom's office with me. And I said, Mr. Carmichael, I don't know why he did that. His words were simple once again. It was the right thing to do. So when you're thinking about how you can improve the heritage of this community, join into the foundation and give all that you can give, because you know what, as Mr. Carmichael would say, it's the right thing to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. He went off script, so now I have to find where we're at. That's okay. A special thank you to Yasmin for your leadership and for sharing more about the intentional and impactful work behind the scenes in this year's grant making process. It truly was a collaboration with all of our board members. It was a wonderful event and a lot of impact. So now it's time for the most exciting part of our program, the grant distributions. As I call each organization, please come to the stage while I share a bit about your grant. You'll receive your check from a donor advisor, Yasmin or myself. If you'd like to say a few words, you're more than welcome to do so. We highly encourage that. We want everybody to know about the great things you're doing here in the community. And then we'll ask to take a quick photo before you return to your seats. So you'll step on over here. And then our donor advisors will be handing those checks out too, so you'll take your picture with them as well. We'll begin with our donor advice funds. Our donor advisors play a vital role in the grant making process here for the Rochelle Area Community Foundation. Through their donor advice funds, they take an active role in recommending grants, thoughtfully directing support to the causes and organizations that matter most to them. It's a powerful way to turn their generosity into meaningful, lasting impact. It is now my honor to invite our donor advisors to the podium to share their grant recommendations. As we move from this portion of the program, I encourage you to follow along in your booklets at your tables. As each advisor comes forward to share a few words, we kindly ask that the representatives from the receiving organization also make their way to the stage to accept their check. We'll take a photo together before we return to your seats. Let me rephrase, it is a life check. Do not throw that check away. Go ahead and cash it right away. We want you to get that money, okay? Also, there may be multiple checks, but it will fund your program, your grant request, how the board approved. So you'll see that it comes from different funds throughout the foundation. We were very creative this year. To get us started, I'd like to invite Tricia Vaughn to the podium. She's representing the Steve Pfeiffer Memorial Fund, and she's also our past president.
Tricia Vaughn, past president of RACF, and I'm honored to represent my mom, Kathy Pfeiffer, and our family. The Steve Pfeiffer Memorial Endowment Fund was established to honor my dad's life of service and his deep commitment to this community. My dad was a lifelong farmer and banker, serving First National Bank in Rochelle for more than 35 years. He was also actively involved in St. Patrick Catholic Church, served on the Rochelle Elementary School Board for over 2 decades, and was proud to serve on the board of directors for the Rochelle Area Community Foundation. He believed strongly in giving back through his time, his talents, and his resources, and that value continues to guide our family today. Through this fund, we are able to carry on his legacy by supporting local nonprofit organizations each year, focusing on causes that reflect his passion for community. This year, we are proud to support Rochelle Elementary District 231 for their program, Giving Every Child a Voice, in the amount of $1,242, fully funded by the Steve Pfeiffer Memorial Endowment Fund.
Good evening. My name is Brittany Wyatt. I'm a speech-language pathologist at Stepping Stones Preschool, which is in the new or the old May Elementary School building right now. This grant will be for a outdoor core communication board. A lot of our preschoolers are nonverbal or have emerging verbal communication, and they do not have a way to express themselves outside on the playground. The staff a lot of times will wear a core communication board, but it's not accessible to them at all times or for peer-to-peer communication. So this will be very exciting in addition to our playground and for the community as well, because everyone is welcome to use the playground when the school's not in session. So, and it is fenced for our special needs children in the community who are not of preschool age. So thank you so much to the Pfeiffer family. We are very excited.
She gets to work out all the kinks while we get it going. But tonight's about having fun and really celebrating, so we can relax a little bit. Get excited, clap, woo, you know. All right, thank you so much. Now I would like to invite Julie Mann to the podium to give out her next award.
Thank you, Emily. The Tumbler Family Fund was established to honor our family, which has been part of the community for over 80 years. Our focus has been on agriculture, as we have the family farm, education, and volunteerism. Those are values that have guided our family for generations. So this year, we're pleased to support the Rochelle Township High School Alumni Association for alumni scholarships in the amount of $5,000. This is funded through the Tobler Family Fund, along with the support from an anonymous donor-advised fund.
Hi, my name is Lori Pillen. I'm one of the board members of the Alumni Association. And no, I'm not an alumni, but that's okay. First of all, thank you to all of you for what you have done for the community of Rochelle. As Mayor Barrow said, Rochelle is an exceptionally generous community. The many years I've worked in education, I've talked to other people from other communities regarding their alumni associations. The Alumni Association for your high school is so exceptional. The amount of generosity is amazing, it truly is. But I really believe a community can be largely judged on how they support their young people. And for our students, our graduates, to understand that the community, through the foundation, through other individuals, are willing to support their dream of going on in whatever capacity they choose to do, is wonderful. So thank you very much.
It has been awkward for them to all of us stare at them while they take their pictures. We like to keep it fun and awkward. I have the honor of presenting on behalf of the advisors of the Burke-Burkholder Family Fund. Bergie was a dear friend of mine. I grew up just down the street from him in Avis, and I had the privilege of witnessing firsthand the kind of generous and giving heart he had. That spirit of service continues today through Avis, who so beautifully carries on his legacy following the passing of him, one of our good friends, our former city councilman, and a past RACF board member. Because of the steady growth and continued support of his fund, the family is able to make an even greater impact this year by supporting 2 grants. Our first grant is awarded to the Foundation for Focus House for their alternative to suspension program in the amount of $5,500. This grant was made possible through the Burke-Burkholder Family Fund, along with the support from the RACF Endowment Fund.
I'm the Executive Director of the Foundation for Focus House. This grant is very important to us. It is going to our Alternative to Suspension program that does serve all of our local Ogle County middle and high school kids. So this is very important. We are redoing 2 classrooms, new flooring and new seating, and just a safe, really secure learning environment for all of our local kids. So thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it.
The second grant supported by the Burkholder Family Fund is awarded to the Creston DeMent Public Library. The funding supports their Plant a Seed and Read summer program, encouraging learning, curiosity, and growth in young readers throughout the summer months. We are pleased to award this grant in the amount of $1,541 funded by the Burkholder Family Fund. It's a race to the stairs.
We'd like to thank you all. The Creston DeMent Public Library has just a brand new building. It's more than just books. It's sharing information, knowledge, and experiences. This grant will help us fund a great new summer reading program and plant a seed with our new library gardens as we're going through. Thank you.
It is my honor to announce Danny Williams to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Danny Williams. My wife Stephanie was unable to be here today. It's an honor to support the Rochelle Area Community Foundation over the years through establishing our fund, supporting the foundation through our business, and through Stephanie's time serving on the board. Our passion for the arts and for this community led us to create the Daniel and Stephanie Williams Fund for the Arts with the goal of supporting creative and meaningful projects right here in Rochelle. This year, we're excited to support St. Paul Lutheran School for bringing design thinking to life through 3D printing in the amount of $1,750. We're proud to support a project that encourages creativity, innovation, and real-world learning for students in our community.
We print 2 of those because we know people like to walk out.
Hi, my name is Dawn Anderman. I'm assistant principal and religion teacher at St. Paul Lutheran School this year. And I'm here on behalf of Jolene Bresson and Trish Radagiro. They're the ones who applied for this particular grant. They're actually coming back from a field trip to the Ark in Kentucky. So hopefully they're having a safe trip back. But we want to thank you for supporting us in this. They plan with this 3D printer to start a STEM after school class, and eventually, hopefully it will turn into something that can be done in the summer as well too, besides being used in the classroom. So we thank you very much for supporting.
You guys are so quiet. Just silence anybody. You all are doing great. Hanging in there, I like that. It is my pleasure now to bring Ed and Ann Rice to the podium.
We are Ed and Ann Rice, and our fund was established by our son and daughter-in-law, Joe and Marion Rice. And we wanted to continue the spirit of giving and community service. So this fund supports organizations that reflect our longstanding commitment to serving others in Rochelle. This year, we are pleased to award Rochelle Elementary District the Wiggle and Work grant in the amount of $1,575 funded by our fund. We have a grandson that I think could really use something like that.
The Will and Work grant is going to be used to get seating options, flexible seating, and like feet rollers, because even as adults, sometimes we like to fidget and bounce our legs. So this is just something, you know, in elementary school, we tend to let them go on walks and leave the classroom, but this will hopefully keep them in the classroom, keep them learning, and still getting the wiggles up. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ed and Ann. We're making sure the sign stays up here. All right. It is now my pleasure to welcome Kathy Holland back to the podium. Fun fact, Kathy was one of our chairmen of the grants committee for a long time. Huh? A while, yes.
I'm pleased to be here, the fund we started, my family started, was created to reflect that passion and supportive efforts to strengthen our community in meaningful and lasting ways, creating continuing generosity and involvement in the community. The fund is designed to support programs and projects that improve outcomes, encourage accountability, and enhance the overall quality of life in our community and environment, very similar to the goals of the Community Foundation itself. This year, I'm pleased to award our award to the Village of Progress for their Connect and Empower program in the amount of $2,600, funded through our fund and the RACF Endowment Fund.
I'm a little concerned about the live stream because my boss gave me like a sheet that has a page and a half to read about, and I'm not going to. This is providing our individuals with a gaming system and games. And it's important to us because one is for Special Olympics, they are going to an esports program, so this is going to get our individuals doing esports. It also, one of my goals is special needs individuals. A lot of times their bubble, I like to say their bubble is about this big. Their friends are their parents' friends because they don't get out in the public, or if they work in a group, live in a group home, it's a group home is their set of friends. And through this, we will host events at our facility, bringing in different organizations, so we'll have different individuals and increase their bubbles, and so we'll bring people from Rockford, Sycamore, Dixon, everywhere, so just to make the world a little bit bigger like ours. And so, and quite frankly, I want to beat them. I want to brag a little bit, so thank you very much.
It is now my pleasure to bring Cal Jacobs up to the podium, one of our past presidents.
Comment that's not on script is what a beautiful group of people. You people need to understand that you're the lifeline to Rochelle. Without all your support and all your work in helping the nonprofits, we wouldn't have the community that we have. So give yourselves a round of applause and pat yourself on the back. Thank you for coming here this evening for the important work each of you do in our community. I'm Cal Jacobs, past president
of the Area Community Foundation and advisor for the Jacobs Family Fund. I established this fund in a very simple but important purpose: to support nonprofits in the greater Rochelle area that focus on children and feeding those in need. These are causes that strengthen the heart of our community and ensure that no one is left behind. This year, I am honored to support the Rochelle Christian Food Pantry for supplemental proteins in the amount of $15,000, funded through the Jacobs Family Fund and the Anonymous Donor Advised Fund. Thank you. Being past president, I can't go beyond saying that Emily and her board of directors and staff have done a fabulous job this year. And I thank you and yours. Thank you.
My name is Kathy Olson. I have the privilege of serving on the Rochelle Christian Food, Rochelle Christian Food Pantry Board. I actually think I could have taken the comments that I made up here when we were generously supported last year and just put a plus or exclamation point after it, because our numbers once again continue to grow, breaking records all the time. They used to think when they were out there serving clients, if we had 50, that was a busy day. Now we've had as many as 120, I think is our 121 is our record. We continue to break records all the time. The difference this year from last year, which I think will not surprise anybody in the crowd, is our food costs are obviously greater this year. So community support becomes even more critical, especially with proteins, because obviously meat is something that we're all paying for more at the grocery store. I really want to take a moment to thank a couple different people. First of all, our volunteers. What we do, we would not be able to do without our volunteers who continue to show up every week, twice a week, and do what needs to be done to get the food out to the people who need it. And secondly, we neglect sometimes to thank our very special landlord, Dave Tess, who I think has not raised our rent in, 100 years, whatever. Who makes it possible for us to stay where we are and continue to put funds back into the program instead of having to pay increased rent and maintenance fees. And we also, the community, like everybody has said, this community is wonderful. And I think God is giving too. If we ever have a need, somehow something shows up. So thank you all very much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I am truly honored to represent Tom Hall and his daughter Erin Shore from the Tom Hall Community Giving Fund. This fund was created with a heartfelt hope to expand opportunities and open doors for individuals and families throughout the Rochelle community. Tom and Erin have a deep appreciation for the work for the Rochelle Area Community Foundation and the way it allows their generosity to reach across many different needs, making a real and lasting impact where it matters most. At the center of their giving, it is a belief in inclusion, dignity, and access for all. This year, they are especially proud to support the Pegasus Special Riders for an ADA-compliant accessibility ramp in the amount of $6,251, funded through the Tom Hall Community Giving Fund and an anonymous donor and the Disaster Preparedness Fund. I told you we were creative this year, making sure we could get funding out. So come on up here, Pegasus, congratulations.
Thank you. My name is Stacey Seaworth. I'm on the board of directors for Pegasus Special Riders. I'm joined by other members of our board, John Hinchy and Nancy Reed. And we're grateful for this. As you can imagine, getting on a horse if you're an individual with special needs is a challenge. And our current ramp is a 2-person push up the wheelchair and is super unsafe for us to get our riders up to that level so that they can safely mount the horse. So this will allow us to get those riders up onto the ramp and safely get onto the horses without that 2-person push. So we're extremely grateful for this opportunity to better serve our clients who join us for those opportunities to join our equine partners in ride. So thank you.
Thank you, and I got to see them present at Rotary earlier this week, so 2 times in 1 week already, we're halfway through. Love it. It is my honor to represent our next donor advisor who has chosen to remain anonymous. You may have heard them being announced a few times before. This donor has a generous heart, a deep love for quiet philanthropy, and a commitment to building a lasting legacy that will continue to grow, thrive, and support our community for generations through local grants. Their impact is already woven throughout the community. They have supported several funds, including the RTHS Alumni Scholarship, Pegasus Special Writers, and the Christian Food Pantry. Each of these gifts reflect a consistent and heartfelt dedication to meeting real needs close to home. At the center of all that they do is a genuine care for people and for strengthening our community where it matters most. With the same spirit, this donor is especially honored tonight to support our next grant recipient, the Rochelle Rescue Mission for Compassion, Comfort, and Safety in the amount of $10,000 fully funded.
I am Pat Zell, and I do this on behalf of the board of directors and our director, Jess, we thank you so much for this. You just don't know how much. Your generosity helps us to keep our doors open and to offer secure and safe help to those who have reached the end of the line. So we could not do this without the entire community and without all of your generous support. Thank you. And as Leonard Carmichael said, it's the right thing to do.
Are you guys tired of hearing from me yet? We're just going to keep going. Unfortunately, Kim Montgomery was unable to get down here. Kim is one of our past executive directors, and she had asked if I would represent her today and her mom, Sharon Walker. The HP Jim Walker Memorial Endowment Fund was established to honor Kim's dad, Jim Walker, and to carry forward his legacy in the community he loved so deeply. This fund was created to reflect the values he lived by, his passion for sports and conservation, his respect for agriculture, and his strong belief in education, training, and mentorship. Through this fund, we hope to continue to support opportunities that strengthen both individuals and our community as a whole. This year, they are honored to support the Lutheran Social Services of Illinois for Lincoln Manor affordable housing in the amount of $2,500, fully funded by the HP Jim Walker Memorial Endowment Fund.
The property manager for Lincoln Manor. We, like she said, are affordable housing for seniors who live on a low fixed income here in Rochelle. we're a HUD facility. HUD does a great job of giving us what we need to run our building on a daily basis, but they don't always give us money to do the fun stuff. So this helps us do fun stuff for the residents. I'll let Rachel tell you a few things over the last year that the last grant let us do this year.
Yes, we're very grateful. The residents, I have a cool job. I get to hang out with my residents all day, so it's a lot of fun. They're very food driven, and they love bingo. So this grant money is going to help us get bingo prizes for them, and to also do like pizza parties, taco parties. Cinco de Mayo's coming up, right? So it really allows us to just do and have a lot of fun with them and throw parties with them and just, help them live their life to the fullest as they're aging in place. So thank you so much.
I promise you get to hear a different speaker next. It is my honor to welcome Mayor Barrows back to the podium, but to be wearing a different hat as a fund holder.
Thank you for coming up. And tonight, I'll start with just one thing that I hope y'all remember, and I know somebody already did. Once the lights are finally dimmed and we can see again, and as we go through our life tomorrow, next week, for the next months, for the next year, if you don't think of anything else, remember Leonard's comment. It's the right thing to do. My wife and I started this fund. This was in honor of my niece. Truly a remarkable woman whose passion for education of children was evident in everything she did. Denise was a proud Rochelle native, graduating from Rochelle Township High School with the class of '95. She went on to earn a degree from Florida Atlantic University and later a master's degree from North Carolina. National Board Certified Teacher, Denise was most recently taught at Banks Road Elementary School. Her life's work was centered on one clear mission: to educate, nurture, and inspire young minds. Although she passed away far too soon at the age of 39, her impact lives on through many lives as she touched. And now, through this endowment created in her memory, and I have to learn not to turn 2 pages at a time. Rather than establishing another scholarship for the high school, which there is already one there in her honor, this fund is designed to respond to meaningful needs throughout Greater Rochelle, whether supporting youth programs, strengthening education, or helping children thrive. The Barrows family thoughtfully direct grants in ways that reflect both their hearts and Denise's. This is more than a memorial, it's a continuation of her purpose. This year, we are honored to support Shining Star for Safe Spaces for Healing for their facility security enhancement project in the amount of $10,431 funded through the John Barrows Family Endowment and the Rochelle Area Community Foundation. And the reason this was started was because what? It was the right thing to do. Thank you.
I am Jessica Cash. I'm the Executive Director at Shining Star Children's Advocacy Center, and Amy Hayden, one of our board members, is joining me tonight. Thank you to the Community Foundation and all the donors out there tonight for our funding. We are excited to open a Ogle County office this fall in Oregon, and this funding will allow kids to be safe there. It will be for a door locking system and also for a surveillance camera system. When kids are there, it's often kind of a scary thing, talking about what they're telling us about and wondering if that person's going to come find them while they're telling us. So these items that we'll be able to fund with this grant will provide kids safety to know that they're in a safe place and can begin their healing. So thank you.
Good evening. I will be presenting for Sandy Halsney in honor of Tyler Smith. And I have Sandy come stand next to me. We're old neighbors, huh, Sandy? Yeah. Yes, we are. The Tyler Smitty Smith Memorial Fund was created to provide a lasting legacy of giving back to the causes Tyler cared about most, annually and forever. As Sandy, Keith, Tyler's dad, and along with family and friends continue to search for answers, we honor his life by carrying forward his spirit of generosity through this fund. Through continued support, we are grateful for that this year Tyler's Fund is able to support several grants. We will start with the first one. The first grant goes to 4C Community Coordinated Child Care for Family Fun Fest and Laundromat Reading Kits in the amount of $900, which was fully funded by the Tyler Smitty Smith Memorial Endowment.
Hi everybody, thank you. So if you want to come see me afterwards at my little booth, I'll have a little flyer for you guys. We're doing a June event, and then of course we're going to do the 3 kits for the laundromats. So when parents are out there doing the laundry, the kids can be entertained with coloring books and puzzles, and so that they can go ahead and stay busy while they're doing that. So thank you guys.
Tyler had a deep passion for helping youth and believed strongly in the power of education. It is especially meaningful to see that passion reflected in the grants we are able to support this year. This year, the fund is also honored to support a number of additional community programs. Our next grant supports Stepping Stones, Rochelle Elementary District 231 for preschool age board games for social and emotional development in the amount of $105.
They are bright. My name is Dana Hansen, and I am I was a teacher for 21 years in the school district, and this year I am a school support specialist at Stepping Stones Preschool. And I work with a variety of children with so many different needs, and one of the needs in the community is competing with screen time and seeing how the children are not getting as much interaction and having fun with board games anymore. So when Emily came and gave us the talk about the grant, and she said there was no amount too small or too large to ask for. So I took the too small really seriously, but it is the little things that matter. Just playing a board game is a little thing, and those little things do matter. And thank you very much.
This next one is a surprise. There were two of almost the same exact, but just different numbers, and we accidentally left it off of your pamphlets there, your booklets. So we are going to, one, apologize for that, and two, we're going to announce it right now. So it's a big surprise for everyone. This fund, continuing in the spirit of supporting youth and expanding educational opportunities, this fund supports Tilton School District 231 for their dual language immersion program at the Tilton School in the amount of $451. This program helps students build confidence, strengthen communication skills, and broaden their understanding of the world, something Tyler would have truly valued. Did I mix that up again? I did. See, they're looking at me like you just did it again, because they're the same ones. Just kidding. We'll have that one come up here now. Thank you. It's been a running joke for like the last 6 hours.
Shannon Howell. I'm a 4th grade teacher at Tilton. So this will fund a soft start program so the kids can start their day in a hands-on but very calming way. So thank you.
Tyler's Fund is, see, here's the surprise grant, here we go. Tyler's Fund is also supporting another grant through Tilton School's Dual Language Immersion Program that provides a meaningful opportunity to enhance student learning by transforming their classroom into Camp Half-Blood, the central setting of a novel. The Tyler Smitty Smith Memorial Fund is fully funding this grant request in the amount of $355. You got it right.
Hi everyone, my name is Amy Springmeyer. I am a Spanish language teacher at Tilton Elementary in the Dual Language Immersion Program. I want to say thank you first of all to the Rochelle Area Community Foundation and also for the donor advisors for their generous funding of this grant. It is my goal that, like Emily said, we're going to transform the classroom into Camp Half-Blood from the Percy Jackson novel that we do as a novel study in 4th grade in Spanish. So it's my hope that students will really be fully immersed in the experience and that it's going to help strengthen their comprehension skills as well as encourage and support their confidence as they build their reading skills. So thank you again.
Tyler would love this tonight, huh? Lots to hand out. So extending the same spirit of care and connection across all generations, the final grant is in support of the Hub City Senior Center for celebrating life, promoting wellness in the amount of $2,500, funded by the Tyler Smitty Smith Memorial Endowment Fund and the RACF Endowment Fund.
Hello, I'm Diana King, the Executive Director of the Hub City Senior Center. So every month we provide a birthday celebration where we cater a special meal, we have entertainment and just a lot of fun. But this celebration is more than, or this party is more than just a celebration. It's dedicated to helping seniors combat social isolation. It helps promote emotional, social, and physical well-being. Every month there's about 80 older adults that come together for fellowship, connection, and just a meaningful engagement as well as having fun. So it's through your generosity that we are able to ensure that they have a safe place to come and gather and socialize with one another. So thank you.
So now we're moving to our field of interest funds. All these grants up here are a powerful reflection of personal passion and action. And so now the Rochelle Area Community Foundation is proud to steward 11 field of interest funds. Each one is dedicated to supporting specific causes and meeting important needs across our community. These funds allow donors to focus their giving on areas they care about most, creating lasting impact and ensuring that important community needs continue to be met for years to come. So tonight we are honored to celebrate these fields of interest funds and the impact they continue to make in our community. I would like to invite Lauren Hinchy to the podium.
This fund was established to provide resources that directly support students in the classroom, guided by a belief that a student's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. That is powerful. As former educators, my husband and I, was sitting there and was on the stage earlier, my mom and her husband Dave, we share such a deep commitment to inspiring our students and considered it an honor to do so. We recognize that while traditional education is essential, innovative and engaging classroom experiences are just as important to keep the excitement of learning alive. Even after retirement, our passion for education continues. We created this fund to support educators who go above and beyond, often using their own resources to bring meaningful learning opportunities to their students. Our hope is to ease that burden and help provide the new and creative ways to stretch young minds. I'm kind of excited because this is going to a school that I taught at, and you are presently sitting in the gym that I taught in prior to it becoming the Lincoln Arts Center. So this just always makes me happy. This year we are thrilled to support the Rochelle Elementary District for the Hub Project, play-based learning at Lincoln School, in the amount of $3,375 funded through our Field of Interests and the RACF Endowment Fund.
My name is Amy Hayden. I'm the principal at Lincoln, which is kindergarten and first grade, and we are really committed as a staff to creating opportunities for play for our students to both practice their social emotional skills and also to show us their learning. And so we recently converted a section of our library into a large-scale play experience, and so this is going to help us supplement some of those experiences so that we can continue having our students experience play and all the benefits of play. Thank you.
Our next deserving recipient is Hope of Ogle County for emergency food and transportation in the amount of $8,000, which was funded by the Disaster Prepared Fund and Endowment Fund.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Ladati. I'm the director at Hope of Ogle County. We're your local domestic violence agency. And all of our services are free, they're confidential, and we provide people counseling, legal advocacy, and emergency shelter. And this money will help our clients get to their next safe location. We'll be able to provide emergency food, and we don't have to depend on unsafe situations anymore. So thank you so much for your support.
Next, we would like to invite Chena Education Center for moving in the classroom in the amount of $1,826, which was funded by the Inspire Learning Fund and the Kay and Jim Bearden Community Endowment Fund.
Hi, I'm Therese Cook. I am representing Chena Education Center today. I teach actually the younger students there, but we're actually getting 2 bikes and they have a desk attachment. So a lot of our students have already missed a significant amount of education just from having difficult times at school. So instead of taking kids out of the classroom to take breaks, sometimes they don't actually need a break, they just need to move a little bit. So they'll learn how to use the bikes, and then they'll also have a desk attachment. So those students who need to move a lot will be able to pedal and do their work eventually, but we'll start with just the bikes. And for the older students, sometimes they're pretty tired, and as adults, we know that we're tired a lot, so a lot of times we talk about pushing through the tired, and eventually I can see that this will teach more healthy skills so that we can have contributing adults to society. So I'm really excited, so thank you so much.
We are excited to award our next grant to Rochelle Community Action Network, CAN, for CAN Annual Christmas Shopping Trip in the amount of $11,000, which was funded by the Jeffrey W. Cole Memorial Fund and the RACF Endowment Fund.
I brought the whole crew with me. My name is Michelle Pease. I am the Rochelle Community Action Network Board President, and what CAN does is we do the annual shopping trip each year, and I see several of you are some of our adult shoppers, so if you're not an adult shopper, you could see one of our board members and sign up to be an adult shopper. We're really grateful for this opportunity. This is a lot of money for CAN. I think CAN has been around probably longer than I've been born, I'm pretty sure. It started out with the JCs, and then there was a lady named Ann Rice that said to me about 24 years ago, you should come and join this board. And then 6 months later, she said, you're the president, now I'm gonna resign. So we're a small but mighty group. We do backpacks, gym shoes, winter coats for kids. And we focus on those kids in our community that are lower income, that just need a little bit extra to kind of get through. Maybe parents aren't able to provide. So completely grateful for the Jeff Cole family for picking us and giving us this pretty large sum of money that we're completely grateful for. So thank you very much. I want to introduce our board members. We have Mike Dale, Lori Pillen, and then Juan Martinez. And there's Kristen Bigelow, and then Pat Birch is also on our board, so we're small but mighty. So thank you so much.
Please help me welcome the next organization whose dedication inspires us all, Northern Illinois Food Bank for Mobile Market in Noble County in the amount of $10,000, which was funded by the RACF Endowment Fund and the Rochelle Foods Hunger Challenge Fund.
Hi, I'm Hester Berry with Northern Illinois Food Bank. The food bank supports 11 food pantries throughout Noble County, but to supplement those, we also provide mobile markets, and this grant will fund mobile markets throughout the county for the next year. We will be at Glad Tidings Church this Saturday. If you know anybody that needs food, please send them along there. Thank you so much.
The turn of another outstanding partner, the Flag Rochelle Public Library for growing wiser adults, one library program at a time in the amount of $4,449, which was funded by the Plant the Seed and the RACF Endowment Fund.
and I would like to thank you for all of your support. Without your generous grant, we would not be able to expand our adult programming this summer. Many adults in our community express an interest in participating in library programs that appeal to their interest or even a desire to try something new, but lack the financial resources to participate. At the Flag Rochelle Public Library, we strive to offer programs to adults that appeal to a wide range of interests, free of charge. However, in planning adult programming, we have discovered that some of these adult programs come at a high cost because we want to offer quality adult programming taught by instructors who are masters in their fields. The high cost of instructor fees and supplies limits the amount of participants in these programs. Our goal is to continue to offer free, high-quality adult programming that pursues creativity, such as painting, macro weaving, a chainmail workshop where participants learn the art of weaving with metal, our enhanced hydroponics program, where participants learn about the nutritional value of microgreens, which is very popular, and how to grow their own at home, and new this summer, a traveling 9-hole mini golf course, and a chance to participate in silent disco with baby goats. So thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to seeing all of you this summer at the library. Thank you so much.
As we continue to celebrate the many ways our community is supported through these funds, we're reminded that impact comes in many forms: education, connection, and also healing and recovery. Our next program highlights the importance of support, resilience, and giving individuals a voice in their journey. Sauk Valley Voices of Recovery for Rochelle Recovery Support Services and Center in the amount of $5,000, which was funded by the Human Service Fund and the RACF Endowment Fund.
I'm like still stuck on how do they get the earphones on the little goats? So thank you very much. Our organization seeks to build a robust recovery community for people recovering from substance use disorders and alcoholism. And our center in Rochelle serves as a standing invitation for people to enter into recovery. We offer free services, free events. We just try to make them feel welcome. And so the money is awesome. Thank you guys. And it really helps. But there's something else that happens that I want to thank, and that is throughout the year, I have called Emily so many times and been like, I need to speak to like a left-handed ostrich farmer. And she's like, okay, give me a minute, I'll call you back. And sure enough, she finds one, right? And then that person goes on to help us, like when she introduced me to Mayor Barrows. And then Mayor Barrows introduced us to somebody who donated a building to us. And when we had the building appraised, it appraised it over $1 million. So thank you both for that.
Continuing with our commitment to supporting youth in education, we have King's Consolidated School District 144 for King's physical education equipment in the amount of $2,161, which was funded by Kay and Jim Bearden Community Endowment Fund and the RACF Endowment Fund.
Good evening, everyone, and yes, these lights are very bright. My name is Matt Lamb. I'm the King Superintendent. I am honored to be up here tonight receiving this grant. This grant is going to go to not just fund some of our physical education equipment, this is going to completely revamp our entire physical education equipment. We had duct tape and glue on a lot of stuff, and we're not going to have that anymore, and I'm super excited for it. I'd like to thank Emily here, who came out to my school, presented to us, and got a lot of my staff riled up. I think more of us will be presenting up here a few years for the grants. I'd like to also have a big thank you to the Kings community. Kings, we are small, but we are definitely mighty. If you ever come to the school, you will know it when you step in that building. Big thank you to everyone this evening. I appreciate it.
Supporting connection and opportunity in our community, our next recipient is Flag Township Museum for Market the Museum, a plan, in the amount of $2,077, which was funded by the Arts Enrichment Fund, the Community Advancement Fund, and the RACF Endowment Fund.
Thank you. I'm Jan DeVore. I'm the director of the museum, Rochelle's Place for History. But not everybody knows we're even there, or even the fun things that we try to do with the community. So this grant enables us to continue our promotional materials that we have done in the past, mailing postcards to people to make them aware of just how rich and glorious Rochelle's history is, as well as expanding into some new opportunities like these t-shirts, which are made exclusively by 926 Custom Apparel is their official name, and only available at the museum, and it does support our many programs. It's part of our theme this year, We the People of Rochelle, celebrating the 250th anniversary. Thanks so much.
This next grant reminds us why this work matters so deeply. Our next recipient is Camp Cedar, Illinois, for Camp Cedar in the amount of $2,500, which was funded by the Youth and Philanthropy Fund and the RACF Endowment Fund.
Hello, my name is Edith DeLotel. I'm a co-founder of Camp Cedar, Illinois. Camp Cedar is a camp celebrates survivorship of childhood sexual abuse. We serve girls ages 7 through 17. 1 in 4 girls have been sexually abused by the time they're 18. And I know it sounds kind of icky, like why are we talking about this? But it is the best camp ever. And our goal is to take a girl who's hurt, and hurt people, as we've seen in the news lately, hurt people. So we want to, our long-range goal is to help them to not just survive, but to thrive, to have wonderful lives, not just getting by lives. So their childhood was stolen from them. We give it back. We give it back in 3 days. And we're all exhausted at the end. Our next camp is the end of May, and Friday through Sunday. After that, we try to have something for them to do like once a month. This Saturday, we're having a tea party where women have volunteered to come and do the girls' hair. We've had hundreds of volunteers give us what I call Cinderella dresses, so they can pick out their dresses, they get dressed up. We've rented a castle. And while they're having their tea, we're going to hide Easter eggs for them so they can hunt Easter eggs in their ballroom dresses. We take them kayaking, we've taken them zip lining, we've done all kinds of things. And we try to find things that they've never done before to enhance their lives. We never let any of them go. We've got a 99% return rate, and the girls that age out are always welcome back as volunteers. And I can't thank everybody enough for supporting us, because we're 100% donations. Nobody gets paid for anything, and our volunteers are spectacular women, and I appreciate and love them all. Thank you so very much.
It is my greatest pleasure to announce the following partners who will receive grants from the Unrestricted Rochelle Area Community Foundation Endowment Fund. Unrestricted funds like this are incredibly powerful, offering the flexibility to respond to emerging needs, support innovative ideas, and make meaningful impact across many areas of our community. These grants truly reflect the heart of our mission, meeting needs where they matter most. Let's begin with our first grant recipient. Few things are more important than this next area of support. Help me welcome Serenity Hospice and Home for Massage Therapy for terminally ill patients in the amount of $3,000, which was funded by the RACF Endowment Fund.
Hello everybody, my name is Corey Gale. I'm the Integrative Therapies Coordinator and Lead Massage Therapist with Serenity. I'm so grateful for this grant for massage therapy because it allows us to provide care at a truly therapeutic level, especially for pediatric patients and complex adult cases who require more time and resources than our average caseload. It also allows us to provide a more deepful and impactful therapy when life needs them, in life's most vulnerable moments. I want to begin by sharing that I have the privilege of caring for people throughout the whole lifespan, my youngest being 9 months old, the oldest being 106 next week. And I've had the honor of working with this 9-month-old for the past 6 months, and in those 6 months I've watched them start from being contracted and hard to bathe, difficult to move, to now squirming, engaging, and moving all over the place, and that is what this grant provides. So I thank you very much.
Our next recipient is Stepping Stones Preschool for Cubbies for preschool in the amount of $5,500, which was funded by the RACF Endowment Fund.
Hi, I'm Summer Lindu, but to over 70 students in our dual language program, they just call me Miss Summer. This is my first year having my own classroom here in Rochelle, and I have found that it is an extremely giving and welcoming community. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody here. It has truly warmed my heart to be welcomed by this amazing community, so thank you for that. I work with some of the youngest learners we have in Rochelle at the Stepping Stones Preschool. We have 7 classes in our building, and I have found that they are some of the most amazing human beings you could ever interact with. So I'd like to be that middle ground to connecting the funds to those little kids by giving them these cubbies so they can have their own space when they enter our building. They can be more independent and overall just prepare for kindergarten and the next step. So thank you guys so much.
And now we are honored to support St. Paul Lutheran School for Play-Based Learning Playground in the amount of $5,890, which was funded by the RACF Endowment Fund in support of the new basketball court.
I did want to jump in. Kim Montgomery is on our Facebook Live right now, and she just said that she sees so many familiar faces. And Kim, we just want to say we see you too, and we miss you. Doing both, live and live. We're getting there, guys. We're almost done. Thanks for hanging in there.
Again, from St. Paul Lutheran School down in Irvine. As you can see, I'm not a basketball player. I'm not in the physical condition to do that, but we're excited. We have to move our playground from the Rochelle utility easement area, and in the process of doing that, we're going to add a few new things. We want to, in honor of Jane Reinig, add a preschool playground to it, as well as the basketball court, which will help the upper grades be able to continue the basketball tradition, which is very much a part of St. Paul. Thank you very much.
Another incredible organization doing meaningful work. Please welcome Habitat for Humanity of Ogle County for Habitat Housing Solutions in the amount of $5,000, which was funded by the RACF Endowment Fund.
I'm Dale Tuttle. I'm president of Habitat for Humanity. I'm writing the number C. Sherry Onspot applied for this grant. She's our executive director, and she couldn't be here tonight. But I would like to thank the RACF for the many years that they have supported us, for Mayor Burrows for helping us to secure the lot that we will be building on next year in 2027. We're opening applications for homeowners sometime this fall, and hopefully start digging in the early part of 2027. So thank you very much.
Now we are proud to present a grant to the Lincoln Highway Heritage Festival for Lincoln Highway Heritage Festival in the amount of $3,051, which was funded by the RACF Endowment Fund.
Thank you so much for this grant. All of our festival is funded by donations and sponsors, of which we're truly thankful. This year, again, we're going to be out at Atwood Park instead of downtown. And so in light of that, we chose 250 years of independence for our theme. And because we're not going to be able to have a parade this year, we are going to have fireworks instead. So on Saturday night, we hope to see you all out with fireworks. We try to keep the festival free to everybody. And so all the entertainment is free. There's a free car show. Kids Zone is free. So come on out and have a good time August 14th, 15th, and 16th. Thank you.
Next year, I think we have walk-up songs, you know, like in baseball. I wonder what some of them would be. I kind of think about that sometimes, like, Shining Star, where would you put it up there? Yes, I'll be putting that on the email next year for all you nonprofits. What will your walk-up song be? We just want to add some more, fun tonight. We are going to move on to our designated funds. Designated funds represent something truly special, a deep and lasting belief in a specific organization and its mission. For the nonprofits named as recipients, these funds are more than just financial support. They are a vote of confidence, a source of stability, and a reminder that their work matters. This ongoing support allows them to dream bigger, plan further, and continue making a difference in the lives of those they serve. The Ron Stoney Stonebreaker Police and Fire Memorial Fund is designated to the Rochelle Police Department and the Rochelle Fire Department to use at their discretion. This year, the fund totaled $1,471 that is split between both departments. Every year, this fund continues to grow through monthly donations from our generous city staff as well as individual donors. The fund will forever support these two departments. Can I have the Rochelle Police Department come to the stage to accept their check in the amount of $735 from the Ron Stoney Stonebreaker Police and Fire Memorial Fund? I think they were here like the whole time and they got a call, yeah? Blake, you want to come grab it for him? No? Come on up. See, he's going to play double duty. Blake Tolliver, one of our board members, as well as a city worker. Oh. Well, also the fire department. We'll move that right forward. So the Rochelle Fire Department, they received the second installment of it, of $735. This money is typically unrestricted. I know that they use it for National Night Out. I know that they've used it to put smoke detectors in people's homes that don't have them. So the money does go to great use, and they can forever count on this money year after year as a designated fund. We're down to our final fund. Are you ready? The creation of the Todd Ackland Legacy Fund established to celebrate the life and legacy of local pastor Todd Ackland. This designated fund will provide opportunities for individuals to attend Christian events such as Rock Weekend, Trace Diaz, mission trips, and similar experiences and causes Todd was deeply passionate about. The Todd Ackland Legacy Endowment Fund is a fitting tribute to Todd's dedication to the Rochelle community and his commitment to supporting spiritual and personal growth. Contributions to this fund will help Todd's mission remain alive, providing resources for individuals to participate in faith-based events that help shape their lives. I would like to invite a member of the Legacy Committee, Cass Hedden, to accept the Todd Legacy Fund amount in $865.
Yes, so I am a founding member of this, and it's also Dana Myers and Tim Bruns. And so we started this right after Todd had passed a couple years ago from brain cancer. So his dad couldn't be here tonight, so if Lloyd is watching, just want to say hi, we miss you. And so on behalf of the Todd Ackland Legacy Fund, we want to thank everyone who supported our efforts to keep his memory alive. Todd lived a life of impact, sowing into the community and world in countless ways. Our goal is to ensure that the ripple effects of his service, faith, and love for this community continue for generations to come. This year, we were able to give 4 young adults with financial support for mission trips to Panama and the Philippines. These gifts were extra special to us because they were all students who Todd knew and was their youth pastor and had been encouraged by his example to go and serve. We look forward to supporting many more individuals in the future. We appreciate all of our donors and thank you so much for helping keep Todd's legacy alive.
We'd like to give an honorable mention to the Livingston Bible Church Scholarship Fund. That fund was mailed to them in the amount of $5,143. That was one of the original funds, I believe, Ann? Was that Livingston Bible? That was one of the original funds that started here at the Community Foundation, and it has grown exponentially and now grants out over $5,000. Agency funds represent something powerful, an organization investing in its own future. By creating an agency fund, nonprofits are taking a proactive step towards long-term strength and sustainability. It's a way of saying we're here for the long haul. These funds provide a steady foundation, allowing organizations to weather challenges, grow their impact, and continue serving our community with confidence. Tonight, we are proud to recognize a few of those organizations who have made that commitment. The Hub City Senior Center, which they received their money when they came up here the first time, and the Rochelle United Methodist Church, who theirs was mailed. So we are so appreciative of you guys partnering with us and becoming agency funds with us. We are proud to recognize the establishment of a new agency fund created by the Rochelle Community Hospital Foundation. This fund ensures that patients facing cancer have access to vital support through individual assistance, cancer-related programs, and community education. This fund represents more than dollars. It represents hope, care, and support for families across Rochelle and Ogle County. We are honored to celebrate this meaningful commitment and invite you to support in supporting this important work. So congratulations to them for starting their new fund. Before we close things out, can I have all the grant recipients come to the stage for a group photo when we conclude? And this will also include all board members as well. We like to show the community the impact that their donor dollars are making and also the services, programs, and projects that you guys provide for us. As we come to a close this evening, I want to take a moment to reflect on what we've experienced together. One, what did Leonard tell us to do? It's the right thing, right? Tonight we have a powerful reminder of what's possible when a community comes together with generosity, purpose, and heart. Each grant, each fund, and every story shared reflects the incredible spirit of philanthropy that lives right here in Rochelle. I'm also excited to share that we've received final approval for a rendering. That's a very special project, but we're going to kind of keep the rendering a secret. It's a mural honoring our founding father, Leonard Carmichael. This piece has beautifully highlighted the spirit of philanthropy, not just for today, but for generations to come. It is bold in its reflection of agriculture and community, and is designed to inspire all of us to continue coming together in support of one another. This mural will be located at Pocket Park, right in the heart of downtown, across from the museum. So we're gonna let them know where the museum is, right, Jan? Yeah. That's right. It's a lasting tribute to the vision that he started, that started it all, in the future that we are building together. As you reflect on the impact shared tonight, I invite you to consider being a part of it. There are envelopes on your table that are in the back of your booklets should you feel moved to support any of these nonprofits and the community partners through the Rochelle Area Community Foundation. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and your gift is tax deductible and makes a meaningful difference right here at home. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the RACF Board of Directors, past and present, for your leadership and dedication. To all of our government and city officials, thank you for your continued support of our mission. To our nonprofit partners, thank you for the work that you do each and every day to strengthen our community. And most of all, to our donors, thank you. We truly appreciate you. Your generosity is what makes all of this possible. Together, we are building something lasting. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.